is it? Human? Is that you? What are you doing up this late? You couldn't sleep. What seems to be the matter, dear human? You're quite shaken up. It's nothing. Oh, come now. It's nothing the great Papyrus can't handle. Come, sit down on my race car bed. No, you are not disturbing me. It's quite all right. I was just dreaming of puzzles. But you don't look like you were dreaming of anything pleasant, to be personally honest. You weren't? You were having a bad dream. Well, I don't know what you call it on the surface, but here in the underground we call those nightmares. Oh, you call that nightmares on the surface too? Well, it seems that we have a lot in common. Do you wish to tell me about the nightmare, human? Get upset? Dear human, I, the great Papyrus, won't get upset. I promise, dear human, that no matter how horrible the nightmare was, I will not get upset. You killed me. Well, that's an unpleasant dream. Certainly a nightmare indeed. See? I'm still here. I, the great Papyrus, is not gone. It felt real. Well, it's not real. But it's okay. I understand, dear human. I have had plenty of nightmares myself. Even I, the great Papyrus, get nightmares as well. It is completely normal. Even I, the great Papyrus, get frightened of them as well, human. There is nothing to be ashamed of. Oh my! Dear human, your hands are shaking. Here, I, the great Papyrus, shall hold them. Are you beginning to feel better? Excellent. Is there anything else you need from me? A hug? I would most certainly give you a hug, human. Are you beginning to feel better now, human? Excellent. What do we do now? Anything that'll make you feel better, human. If you'd like, you can stay in my bed with me. I, the great Papyrus, shall protect you from the evil nightmare. I am certain my training for becoming one of the royal guard shall aid in the protection from this evil nightmare. Can't go back to sleep. Why is that, dear human? Wowee! It's almost time to get up to make spaghetti. How certainly I can't go back to bed either. Oh, that is quite all right, human. I was going to get up early anyways. I had to recalibrate Sans's puzzles. That lazy bone's always lying around, having to make me do his job. Come now, dear human. Breakfast awaits. Here you go, dear human. My famous breakfast spaghetti. Is something still bothering you, dear human? You've barely touched your breakfast spaghetti. Is it still that pesky nightmare still bothering you? Would you like to talk more detail about it? Maybe that shall get it off your chest. That used to be how I used to feel better. I used to tell my brother all about the dream, and then he would fall asleep. That lazy bones. Oh, his bone, darling. Leaving his socks everywhere for me to pick up. He doesn't feed the pet rock anymore either. He just naps at his workstation while I do all the work. But back to you, human. Would you like to talk more about the dream? You were in Snowdon, about ready to leave to Waterfall. Everyone was dead. You killed them all. Gosh, this dream's horrible. Truly is the definition of a nightmare. And then you cut my head off. Oh, don't worry, dear human. My head comes off all the time, and so does all my other limbs. It's quite alright if it falls off. Then you killed me. And is that when you woke up? It's alright, dear human. It's okay. I'm not angry at you. It's just a pesky nightmare. It's quite alright to have them. Even I, the great Papyrus, have them. It doesn't mean that you're any less great. If it'll make you feel any better, human, I can tell you about my dream. I was having a dream about calibrating the most amazing puzzle. It would be the biggest one yet. And all of a sudden, all I see is sands gliding. It was strange. He was gliding across the ground, not even moving. I don't even know how he managed it. He was gliding with a pair of weird glasses on, and he glided right through my puzzle. It wasn't even the weirdest thing, though. Well, when I checked again, Sans wasn't even dressed like himself. He was dressed like me and was balancing hot dogs on his head. I also don't know why there was a donkey, but still. Oh, the donkey just kept spitting some gibberish. Something I couldn't understand. My dreams are usually this random. However, I've had other dreams before. Nightmares. They're not as pleasant, and I wish not to share them unless it will make you feel better. Well, one time I had a bad dream. A really bad dream. Sans blamed it on too much spaghetti. But in my book, there is no such thing. But all I really remember was alone. That I was alone. And it was all white. Nothing made sense. But I just stood there. Until all the whiteness went away. I just kept walking until the whiteness turned into something else. I don't really remember what it was, but it was something else. It was noisy. Very noisy. It was colorful. I see orange. I see yellow. I see red. It was all blurry, though. I couldn't really make out anything. It sounded like I was in a glass bubble. I couldn't walk anymore. I just stared. I stared at the orange and yellow and red. I still don't know what it meant. Colors. Maybe Sans was right. I mean, the color of pasta is orange, yellow, and red. Maybe I was just staring at a big, large thing of spaghetti. Speaking of which, you should eat yours before it gets cold. I need to go out and recalibrate those puzzles. If I won't do it, Sans certainly won't. Just remember one important thing, human. It is a nightmare. It's not real. And just because you have nightmares like that doesn't mean you're any less great. And certainly not as great as I am, but you are very great. Don't ever forget that, dear human. Now, enjoy your breakfast spaghetti. I shall see you in the evening when I am done my shift. Yeah. I'm doing one of those test things again. This is Michelle doing the Papyrus voice. This is more calm Papyrus. Not like the the great Papyrus. He's pretty bombastic, so you're gonna hear me flipping my head around because I've got to... Oh god, that made me dizzy. But I've got to match the same energy as him. I, the great Papyrus, shall capture you. In due time, I must get the puzzles ready first. Also, spaghetti is over there. Crossword there. It'll keep you trapped. Don't worry, I'll be back. Just don't go anywhere. Sans.
Yeah, bro.
Are these your socks?
Yeah.
On the table.
Yeah.
Why?
You told me to sock up the mess.
You know what? I'm just going to go outside, scream yeah as loud as I can, and then do an entire lap of the underground. When I get back, the socks will be gone. Or, Sans, you will be gone. He'd never do that, but... He'd never do that, but I just think it's hilarious. He's like, okay, bro, no problem. I do that all the time with Sans and Papyrus. Like, Papyrus is like, hello, human, I, the great Papyrus will... Oh, fuck, I forgot the line.
Papyrus, we fucking did this.
I forgot my line, what was it?
It is I, the great Papyrus, will capture you, human.
Oh, you you, human. I thought it was just human.
No, it's you, human.
Sans, how long have we been practicing this?
For hours. Literally hours.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I need to get sleep.
Yes, you do. Oh my god.
Oh lord. Lord, forgive me.
Undyne's gonna be pissed.
Don't tell Undyne.
This would never happen, but I'd like to believe that in some weird way it would be like an acting audition where Sans and Papyrus are like just the best of friends. Like, they're not brothers, I guess. You know what, screw it. They'd be brothers. It'd be the best. Because I like their relationship and the dynamic, because Sans is like the complete opposite of Papyrus, and Papyrus is like the complete opposite of Sans. And it's like, you know, like, both of them are really cool and mysterious, and honestly, Deltarune Chapter 2 needs to have more of Papyrus. As much as I love Sans, Papyrus is everything. Papyrus is the best. I just love Papyrus's personality because no matter what happens, Sans and Papyrus will be my comfort characters for like eternity. Like I used to love listening to Papyrus, reading Papyrus comics because they were so relatable to Papyrus, and it felt like this would be an actual thing. Like if Papyrus had a job in society, I don't think anyone could really get mad at Papyrus. I couldn't get mad at Papyrus. I've met someone like Papyrus. I couldn't get mad at him. He was amazing. I digress, though. I don't want to make this too long. I still need to do the audio. But Papyrus, you're the man! This is stupid.
Yes, indeed, question.
Yes, indeed, question. What? I'll get your kid back, toy.